It's personal between me and you, and I'm going to do you some serious harm, you big stiff idiot.
The Untouchable True School Sports Empire proudly presents something the boxing games are missing. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. All right, so this is a follow-up video to a video I did towards the end of 2023, and it's not really the most exciting video. It's a bit of a somber video. I don't like doing these videos when they do happen. They don't happen often, but when I have to do these videos, it's always a great reminder of how harsh and how cruel the realities of this sport can be. And so with that being said, it's unfortunate that I'm here to report the news to you guys. I'm sure many of you guys have already heard, but I'm here to get my take on it. The Japanese fighter, Kazuki Anaguchi, southpaw, bantamweight fighter, very skillful fighter. He gets put on one of the most entertaining, fun, exciting matchups I've ever seen in my whole time being a boxing fan. There was so much heart on display. There was so much skill on display when he fought his fellow Japanese fighter, Seiya Tsutsumi. And the bout took place on the undercard of the Naoya Inoue Marlon Tapales undercard. And it was part of this Naoya Inoue tournament because I guess Inoue had put some money up and they had a tournament, between, I guess, bantamweights in his division, right? So with that being said, many of us know he had a hematoma, had a brain bleed, was in the hospital, had been, in a coma for quite some time. And yesterday, he passed away. So it's unfortunate, man. And, once again, my prayers and my best and my condolences go out to his entire family, all his friends, and anybody just affected by it out there in Japan, because it's never fun when you lose someone in the boxing ring. But look, I want to say this, man. The sport of boxing it's a very arduous sport. It's tough, and a lot of times these fighters, these fighters know. Every fighter knows. Every fighter who makes that decision to become to box the highest level, like Anaguchi did, they know that on any given night, this is the worst that could happen to them. So it's pretty much. I want all the young fighters out there to know, and all the fighters out there in general to know, like, if you do want to pursue this as a sport, please understand that to some degree you are signing your life away, because you could have a tough fight like this and it can go the wrong way, and it's just how it is, man. But as far as Anaguchi, I wanted to take some time to talk about him a little bit as a fighter. Just remember the good things about him. Now, to be honest with you guys, I'd only ever seen him fight that one time against Seiya Tsutsumi, and in that fight, very skillful southpaw. I thought he did a great job, had amazing skills from the outside and mid-range. It was a really good counter puncher. I did do a little bit of reading about him. I was reading about him recently, just digging deeper into his career and his amateur career. So just some fun facts about Kazuki Anaguchi. So he was fighting out of the Shisei boxing gym. That's the same gym that Kazuda Ioka and Hayato Tsutsumi train out of. He had an amateur record of 68-8, and a lot of the people that were there in the amateurs, they looked at him to be a special fighter, because he was really young, and he was winning high school titles at a young age, and that's what it is. That's kind of what I could gather about his amateur career. Shout out to the fine folks at AsianBoxing.info. They always give great information on these Japanese fighters that you couldn't get anywhere else, right? So shout out to them. But Anaguchi is gonna be remembered by me as literally like it's crazy. I hate that this happened, because when I did my post-fight review video, the video title was Seiya Tsutsumi wins the Death Before Dishonor Japanese War with Kazuki Anaguchi, and now Anaguchi ain't here, so I kind of feel bad about the title. But look, man, that's just Japanese boxing and Japanese people for you, man. They have it would be more honorable, as messed up as it may sound to some of you guys, and as barbaric as it may sound. Anaguchi and a lot of these Japanese fighters would rather go out like he did than to quit on the stool or not give their best effort, because from what I learned when I was out in Japan, one thing that's very big part of their culture, it doesn't necessarily have to pertain to athletics, is that you go and do anything in life, you do it with your best effort. You give your best. Everything you could possibly give, you give it your all. And he gave it his all. And I'll always remember him. And I'm very interested to see how this affects Seiya Tsutsumi, because Seiya Tsutsumi is ranked very highly in the I think the WBA rankings. He's knocking on the door of a world title shot. So it's very interesting to see how the fighter who the fighter who, I guess, to put it bluntly, killed the other fighter, in the ring, or was the guy that caused the death. It's always interesting to see how that fighter is going to respond, because some fighters are never the same. They lose that killer instinct because they feel inhumane for killing another fighter in the ring. Other fighters just go on about their business. We've seen it in the past with like most recent example I could probably give is Subriel Matias when he fought Maxim Dadashev. That's had an effect on him, but he still fights aggressively. So we'll see how Seiya Tsutsumi does. I'm definitely going to be looking out to see how he continues to progress in his journey in the bantamweight division. He is one of the better bantamweights out there. He's a guy that has a great pressure style, and it's unfortunate that it had to be this way. But that's just a sport of boxing. That's part of the game. Someone asked me, BT, how can we prevent these kind of injuries? And I'm like, I don't know how you prevent these kind of things, because they're very unpredictable. You don't know. Sometimes guys look fine going out the ring, and then they collapse when they get to the locker room. Once their body slows down, you just don't know how it's going to go on any night-by-night basis. So that's why, for me, like, I always pray for these fighters, man. Like today, for example, I'm going to the Conor Benn versus Pete Dobson fight here in Vegas. I've already went ahead and said my prayers for both fighters, that they both do well. When I was with Angelo Leo, I led the locker room prayer. I prayed over Angelo, and I prayed for Mike Plania. And I do that for just about any and every fight I watch. So, I know how serious boxing is, because even if I didn't compete, I sparred plenty of rounds. I know how serious it can get in there. So, that being said, you guys let me know what you think. Give your thoughts on Kazuki Anaguchi. Say anything positive about him in the comments, about his legacy, memory, and may the noble Japanese warrior from Osaka, Japan. Shout out to Osaka stand up. May the noble warrior from Osaka, Japan, the southpaw with the silky smooth skills, may he rest in peace, and may his legacy live on as a ferocious competitor, a skillful competitor, and someone that was a credit to not just Japanese boxing, but boxing in general. God bless him. God bless Seiya Tsutsumi. And like I say in every single one of these videos, you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Dang. So until next time, take care, guys. Thank you for watching another video on the untouchable True School Sports Empire. For more great boxing content just like this video, click right here and make sure you subscribe. Much love from sunny South Florida.